Welcome back, guys. So this is the second part of the C++ password generator project. So in the previous part, we had created the password for a fixed 8 letters, the length of the password should be 8. That is the 8-digit password. In which first 6 digits should be the characters followed by a number and then a special character. So in this, what we'll be seeing is we'll be asking the user for the length of the password and accepting the use of special characters, yes or no. That is a boolean input, whether he needs special characters or whether he doesn't need special character. And then is the user use numbers. So basically, again, if you need numbers, yes. If you don't need numbers, no. After all this, we'll be finally fixing the password and making the password ready. Now let's jump into the code. Okay, so there is a new concept that is being used here. So basically, what is it? Is basically std followed by 2 lower. So basically, what this does is converts the entire thing into lower digit. That is basically if for that yes and no thing, what we have to ask in boolean, the user can enter the input in capital or small. So we want to convert everything into small and then feed the system as to if it is yes, then do this. So that is why we're using this now. So for basically we are including the header files followed by the, again, this thing we had seen in the previous part as well. This is the character, what do you call, the database, that is the entire character thing, the string, followed by the numericals from 0 to 9, and then a special character, certain set of special characters that can be used in a password. Now here we have the function to lower. So basically whatever the user has entered in the input, it converts each and every character into lowercase, then it returns the input back. So if the input is capital YES and then it converts it into small YES, so everything is into small, then it is easy for us to proceed. Now here we have the function user input. Now, so the user input, this function has 3 parameters. That is 3 input parameters. One is the length, that is the integer length. One more is the boolean, use special characters, yes or no. One more is the boolean, use numbers, yes or no. Now, first is we'll ask the user to enter the password length of the password. Then the user enters length in integer. Now here one more is the special character input. Now we ask the user whether we have to include the special characters, yes or no. If he types yes, whatever he types, then what we have to do is basically have to convert that entire thing into small. So we have this 2 lower. So we have to use the special characters only if when we convert the 2 lower input, if it is yes, then we have to use the special characters, or else we are not using it. Similarly, if it is yes for the number, then we use numbers, or else we are not using that numbers. Now here we have the function to generate the password, which will be completing in the next part. In this part, we won't be seeing anything about the function. Now, followed by the main function where we have all the things, that is a length, use special characters boolean, and use numbers boolean. Followed by the get user input, this thing function, user input. So where 3 parameters are there, like I told. After that, we have the password. We have the function generate password, which is incomplete here. We have not yet completed that. So yeah, let me run this program. We'll be completing only that function in the next part. The length of the password, I'll give it as 5. Equal special characters, yes or no. Alright, so this is what you'll be getting in this part, because we have not yet completed the logic behind the generate password function. So let me submit the program. I hope this is clear for you. I'll just complete the generate password thing in the next video. The test cases have passed, and that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.